I'm going to be directly comparing Trash 2 to the new Destructor plugin inside of FL Studio so that you guys get an idea of whether or not you really want to purchase Trash 2. This plugin is normally $100, but right now you could get it for only $20, which is what I did a couple weeks ago. But not only do you get this $100 plugin for only $20, it also comes with the expansions. So normally you would be paying more than $100 for everything that you're getting here in this plugin deal. And on top of that, you get this EQ Fundamentals course. Normally it's around $12, but right now Plugin Boutique is giving that away for free with any purchase on their website. I have a direct link to this deal in the description. I do get a little kickback from it, but it doesn't cost you any extra to use my link. But let's take a listen to what this sounds like on 808s. Let me go over the major difference between Trash 2 and FL Studio's Destructor. And that difference is multiband. And you could turn it on by clicking the multiband button right here. And you can have up to 4 bands. To get this 4th band, you just go into the options, click on modules, and change this option here to 4. Now you get the 4th band. This is actually a feature that I plan on requesting from ImageLine within Destructor. That will be in a future video called 21 Things That I'd Like to See in FL Studio 21, so stay tuned for that. The reason being, when you have multiple bands, especially when it comes to 808s and basses, normally you're wanting to keep your sub-frequencies nice and tight and solid. Most people will tell you that the strongest sub-frequency shape is actually just a basic sine wave, and I find that to be true as well. Meanwhile, your mid-frequencies and your high mids can handle a lot more things like stereo shaping, extra saturation, and distortion without losing your sub-frequency signal. So it's a really important technique for 808s and basses. There is a way to do that with Destructor, but that requires using FL Studio Patcher, and then from there you would have to set up a whole bunch of other things inside of Patcher as well. So it's pretty tedious and time-consuming. So it would be really nice if Destructor just had these 4 bands inside of the unit itself. So that's the main difference between these two plugins. Maybe that's worth the $20 for you, maybe not. One advantage that Destructor has over Trash 2 is that you can reorder the order of effects here. However, just by looking at this effects chain, this all makes sense. Some of you might be wondering what this convolve option is right here. You'll notice these names: amp, body, devices. This is basically the same idea as the speaker option inside of Destructor as well. They're using impulse responses to simulate different amps, speaker cabinets, so on and so forth. This dynamics section allows for multi-band compression, and of course, single band compression as well. They've also included a noise gate, which makes this really useful for drum. I'm also noticing in the compression section that you have this all option. And once again, you'll see this 4th band isn't highlighted. So you would just go into the options, modules, and change the dynamics band over to 4. Speaking of dynamics, you also have a final limiter output, similar to having the option of soft clipping on the output in Destructor. But here in the options, you'll notice that in the limiter, you have 3 different styles from quiet, loud, to clipped. So having 3 different algorithms to choose from could be quite useful. And then last but not least, we have this delay module. This can create chorusing effects if you have shorter delay times, and you could sync it up to your host BPM. So you'll see that this switches from milliseconds to note notation. Obviously, I wouldn't use this for 808s, but this would sound great on synths and pianos. So just like Destructor, there are multiple uses for both of these plugins for sure. Here in the Trash module, we have Distort, Drive, Faulty, Fuzz, Heavy, Retro, and Saturate. Let's start with Drive. So here's the first preset. Without it. So that definitely gave it a lot more body. But let me just not talk, and I'll just go through a bunch of these randomly. Definitely a lot of different characters to choose from right off the bat. Like I said, the deal that they have on Plugin Boutique comes with extra expansions. One of those is Edge. I'm thinking for 808s, you'll probably find more success with the subtle preset folder or the aggressive preset folder. Usually you're just going to want to work on the filter, the trash, maybe the second filter, and the dynamic section. Let's compare this to our spins versus trash 2. And there's the signal that I would be looking for in terms of using trash 2 on spins 808 in particular. So according to YouTube, the next video you should watch is here on your left. And if you like this video, you should definitely check out the video on your right as well. I make new videos every week, so remember to turn on notifications so that you are notified every time I drop a new video. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.